My name is Lala Raščić, and I'm an artist from Sarajevo, Bosnia and Herzegovina. I am based in Zagreb, Croatia, but my studio is still in Sarajevo, where I produce most of my works. My work is interdisciplinary. I work with video performance, live performance, namely storytelling and spoken word performance. I also work with installation, with objects, with light. In my practice, I very often develop long-term collaborative relationships, and I work in cycles. Very often my cycles kind of meld into one another. The projects kind of are, one is a continuation of the other, and they inform each other. I'm very interested in contemporary and historical storytelling practices. I'm interested in contemporary complex systems of knowledge production and also folkloric traditions and mythology. I have a feeling that my work is at the same time very conceptual, but also very theatrical. And I work with very often with combining artifacts of high culture and confronting them with lesser traditions. I think my work is very critical and and political, and I often take a strong feminist position. For my exhibition at the Röda Sten Konsthall, the curator of the exhibition and myself have chosen a selection of my projects from 2015 to today, and they're all rounded off with a very significant new production. The exhibition has a very specific title, and it is "The More Tongues You Silence, the More They Talk." And the title is taken from the libretto of the opera Coronation of Poppaea from Claudio Monteverdis. And the consideration of this opera actually is a result of a collaboration with the early music ensemble, the Göteborg Baroque. This collaboration was suggested by the Röda Sten Konsthall, with which the Göteborg Baroque ensemble has already had a previous working relationship. The opera, Coronation of Poppaea, is very significant because it was one of the first operas that has that is founded in historical facts and on historical figures. It is a story that tells of love and power, and it tells of the relationship of the Roman Emperor Nero and his second wife, Sabina Poppaea. I chose to work with this opera and with this topic by actually going back and researching a tradition, a folkloric and rural tradition from my own country, and this is a tradition of spinning of the pan. And I took this quite unsophisticated and crude tradition and juxtaposed it with the opera, which is by some deemed as some sort of epitome of high culture and civilization. I looked to this tradition of spinning of the pan or singing along with the spinning pan because it is very much tied to the folklore that is tied to female creative expression, which despite of a repressive patriarchal society still is evidence of how female creativity is possible to flourish. For the exhibition, The More Tongues You Silence, the More They Will Talk, I recreated this tradition as a site-specific, kinetic, sculptural installation where in the space of the Röda Sten Konsthall you will see these pans spinning. Instrumental to this new production is actually the collaboration with Göteborg Baroque. And this ensemble actually took part of the opera, the Coronation of Poppaea, and actually recorded polyphonic singing that is making up the sound elements of my installation. And in fact, they are the voices that are singing into the pan, the members of the Göteborg Baroque ensemble, are lending the voices that instead of the female repressed voices are singing opera into the spinning pans. And this whole exhibition and this collaboration is a sort of a reaction to, and was very much made possible by my residency, by my mini residency at the Röda Sten Konsthall in the fall of 2020, where I got to meet with the Göteborg Baroque. We got opportunity to rehearse, and also I had the opportunity to work in the space. And in a way, this installation is a reaction to the specific sites of the cathedral space of the Röda Sten Konsthall and its very specific acoustic properties. This new production is, of course, not the only work that is in the show, though I think this exhibition is very expansive and extensive. As I mentioned before, it encompasses an array of my projects from 2015. But I think all the works kind of meld one into the other and actually create a very complex and multifaceted exhibition. This exhibition, even though it is quite visually pleasing and it's very sensual and theatrical, also has a very strong underlying topic. And as with a lot of my practice, it's very critical. It takes a very strong feminist stance, and I think it does offer very strong subversive narratives that counter and are critical to dominant patriarchal hegemonies and systems of knowledge.